for anyone though.
Go ahead.
That last final play sequence there, Marcus missing the shot. Was that a plan play by him, and then how do you recognize everything?
Missing the free throw? Yeah. Yes. 4 seconds left. So we got our bigs in to go off the board and get our chances there. Obviously missed a few layups and they got a tip, but didn't have to come down to that last play, honestly. We were sloppy in the third and execution-wise at times. But battled back well in the fourth round, but can play a whole lot better.
I don't think it's going away from you there in the third quarter, and particularly Jason struggled to shoot much tonight. Was that more of him or what the Bucks were doing?
No, more so not taking the shots that were there. I'd say turnovers. We had I think 4 at the half and 7 in that quarter, which hurt us in game one. Turnovers and got them out on the break. I think they only had single-digit fast break points going into the half, and they obviously exploded in that quarter. So as we talked about coming into the series, good offense and take care of the ball. It's going to be paramount in the series, and that third quarter got away from us there.
What did you say after? What did you say to that after?
We haven't played well at all. It's like 10, 11, 12-point game. I mean, didn't play great offense first half, and we were up 4. So just don't shoot ourselves in the foot. Let's come back, show some resolve and get our composure back. And so we did that, battled back. Obviously to take a late lead, but got to be more solid in general, especially in the third quarter.
How did you see that play where they called Marcus only gave him 2 shots?
It was a foul. He caught the ball. He's turned it into a shot. Both feet set. You can't say that's a sweep like that. You're going into a shot. So poor call, poor no
The
call.
explanation with it,
He was sweeping it like yeah, but you can clearly see it on. I saw it in person, but also on the film. I just went and looked at. It's a shot. It's curling into a shot. Getting fouled on the way up. Bad missed call.
Can they review that? After you have to, so they can't.
It felt like Giannis was able to pick matchups well in this game. Is that something you guys do schematically, or is that something you guys force on it?
A little bit of both. It depends on the coverage we're in. If we want to keep certain guys on him, I don't think we did a great job of defending him on the perimeter. Gamble and reach the few times too many, especially our guards, and let them get downhill there. But they'll try to have play calls that they will try to get certain guys in. And Holiday and kind of got loose on some threes, so we started switching a little bit more toward the end, and trust our guys to guard on the perimeter. And did a poor job reaching at times or showing them a crowd. We got downhill there.
Were there any calls you were challenging? I think especially the one that sort of possibly been the fourth foul, putting it back down on Grant there, just the amount of physicality that he was able to put in, foul calls and so on. Just how do you kind of weigh that?
Yeah, you're weighing foul calls versus time to score, and we used ours on the block charge on Grant, which would have been his fifth, and would have made a 2-point game. So we like to save it more toward the end, but their explanation is if they don't fall down, they don't call it. So my guys can flop a little more.
Obviously, Jason didn't have the best shooting night. What did you see from him?
Just passing up some open looks, overthinking it at times. Just try to simplify, not keep it get too complicated. But they're going to sit back in the lane. You have your pull-ups, and like I said, after the first time out or first quarter, 1 or 2 dribbles too many, to kind of getting into the teeth of their defense. You got to set screens and free these guys up, and they can walk into wide open shots. But over penetrate a little bit, got into the crowd a little bit, and started overthinking a little bit.
Were you impressed with the last few possessions? You guys had offensive possessions that you guys took the lead. The Jalen layup, the 2 threes. Would you like to see something different?
Stuff to say with the Al 3. We tried to get it to Jason. They top blocked and sent him down, and Al popped, and he's had quite a few of those throughout the series with their big back and drop. So, at times want to get something to the basket, but Al, hit 2 or 3 to get us back in the game in very similar situations. On the Jalen, if we have an advantage, we want to take it. If not, run a set, and you got into 2 or 3 guys, I think Lopez and got Giannis down there. So that's just a, judgment thing. They're going to collapse as they have all game, which got us wide open shots in that quarter. So recognizing what we've had to deal with this whole series, which is attacking their bigs and versus kick outs and dump offs. So Like to be a little more cleaner on that one, but not really arguing about the out shot. He had quite a few of those pick and pops with Lopez back in the lane.
You may, does it give you confidence? I mean, the fact that you guys had a chance to win this game.
Yeah, tremendous amount. That's what I said to the group is that we didn't play great offensively in the first half at all. We defended at a high level to keep them to 46, but only had 50 ourselves, so we weren't as sharp as we needed to be offensively. But after a poor third quarter on both ends, that we could rally back. So the message is the message is continue to guard the way we have other than that third quarter, and then get our offense clicking a little bit more. Like I mentioned before the game, the paint touches are big for us, and at times we got a little stagnant doing ISO and post ups a little bit, but we like to have more movement against this team that really loads up.
You made a transition offense. You guys seem to want to push it, but you turnover or miss layup. How do you guys have to get better at that situation?
Yeah, we have improved, pretty much throughout the season. Early in the season, it was an area that was a little concerning with our lack of finishing or turnovers. This team, and especially with their bigs, and they're not the quickest team when they go with their big lineups, and then they crash the glass extremely hard. So we want to get out and obviously go more than 4 for 12 there on the opportunities. But that was something to concentrate on in an area we grew, and that really helped our offense grow throughout the season. So missed opportunities for sure, and then on the fast break.
Rob, okay, taking shots to the head.
Yeah, he just got banged up a few times. Got beat up throughout the game a little bit, took some shots, but he's okay back there now.
What do
Not
you
gonna
guys,
make it out of it.
Yes, yeah, he's good.
what do you guys need to do to free up Jason Moore? What does he need to handle better about the way they're defending?
I would say take the shots that are there, and like I said, he over penetrated at times and got into the T-30 defense where they're down in the paint. But we do like those paint touches and him generating offense for others, but we have to get him going as well. I would say, we talked about the setups and setting screens, which we did a lot better in game 2 to free him up, but we'll go take a look at it. But just looking at the halftime edit and what we saw during the game, he had some open shots that passed up. So nothing they did differently from game 1 and 2. It's our execution wise on that end to free him up.
And in that third quarter, when you guys are kind of coming unglued a little bit, when your mistakes offensively are leading to transition the other way, you kind of need him to take charge and give a little more to stop that run in that moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's on everybody, honestly. As a group, we had 7 turnovers, and it was kind of evenly distributed. Like stop the bleeding and somebody score in that situation. That's not solely on him because of how he's being guarded. Other guys will get open looks as well, but more so than anything, it was those turnovers and forced shots that got them out of the break.
It was an extremely physical game, and you guys were able to kind of push them at the end. Giannis peeled over, trying to catch the spread at the end. Does that physicality play into your hands over the course of the game or the course of the series, where you feel like you could outlast constantly?
Yeah, we obviously pride ourselves on that end, keep playing through things like we did throughout the game. But at times we gave up at least 2 or 3 baskets that I noticed where we're complaining a little bit to the refs. They're getting out, getting threes, Constantly got one, and Portis got one. So as much as they're going to let you play, you got to play through that to have our composure. If they're going to play it, call it that way consistently on both ends. Got to play through it. Not bitch about calls and get that.
Do you tell them like what the yell at the refs? And you guys have to put
All the time, yes.
To piggyback on that, Coach, Grant Williams, it seemed like he was sort of got into that distraction, if you will. How did you, is it something you addressed it? Did you address that with him?
Yeah, that play that I called the timeout, we gave up 3, tie game, 13-13 in the first quarter. It was one of the ones that stand out, but just a little bit too much. I mean, let me talk to the refs, let them bitch at the refs, and let's keep playing. We invite that physicality and don't want to be the team crying about it.